I'ma always win.
It's the Catican, baby! Woohoo! Yes! That's what I'm talking about!
Well, Rudy boy, time to brighten things up. Huh? There we go. That's more like it.
That package is too small.
It's average.
See? It's for guys. They go live after every show, and their comment section just hates them. It's hilarious.
So when are you going to bring a girl home?
Wow, that's so Ben of you.
Yeah.
Ready to get out of here?
Only if you know how to wrap it up.
All right, first thing, roll out just enough paper to cover the box. You don't want a ton of extra, it just gets bulky. Bring this side over, crease it sharp, and tape right there. Then do the other side so the seam meets in the middle. For the ends, fold each corner in like a little triangle, flip it up.
Yes!
It's the Catican, baby.
It's the Catican, two-man show tonight. Raph is muted in case you didn't know. Kentucky, kind of an embarrassing performance a little bit. They beat Bellarmine 99-85. Raph, how are you feeling?
Discouraged at the energy level, the lack of it. I get it. It's the game day before, 2 days before Christmas. Nobody really wants to be playing that game. There's bigger fish to fry, but some semblance of a sense of urgency would have been nice to see by some of the guys tonight. Great Cam Williams day. Huge Cam Williams day.
Awesome. Probably the one bright spot of the game. Defense, which hasn't really been a concern much of the year, was a very real concern today. I think the cope is that it's right before Christmas and the guys are just looking to go home and do anything else other than play a basketball team they know they're better than. But you got to give us something more than what we did today. At least us as fans, I feel we can justify it. Mark Pope better not be.
I don't know, not playing JQ, but what, 6-7 minutes or so. That's not good. That seems like a kind of waving of the white flag on today's game. Him letting Ortega, who gave 0% effort on defense, letting him lead the team in minutes played. I think Pope might have known, like, all right, let's just get in and get out. Nobody hurt. Just get the dub.
I feel like I can rationalize it, but I think you were saying that if JQ was a full go against St. John's, why wasn't he a full go today? Why are we doing this now? I totally get why Lowe doesn't play. You shouldn't really need Lowe in this game. You can totally get that. I definitely want to see Jaden Quaintance play and beat up on a team that's not as good. I can even understand Jasper getting a run, seeing what you have in Yelovich. But, oh boy, are we seeing why those guys aren't getting heavy minutes going forward after today. This might be the last we see of Andre Yelovich unless we get some foul trouble going on.
Yeah, especially with BG not being awful anymore, like BG being playable. I just don't see, and JQ, obviously, I don't see what role Yelovich has anymore. Not this season, at least.
I think Evan Miyakawa, he posted it's like OPR, something where they compare their box score to the impact that it had in the game. And Yelovich ranks 11 out of 11, which is tough for our comment section in the last video when we said that BG was better than Yelovich. It's a tough look. Tough look for them.
The idea of Jelly's really cool. I totally get that, like liking the potential, but like actual game performance right now, it's just not there.
Peanut Butter Posse with a great quote here. These boys are better fed than taught.
I've always said that. I totally agree.
Sounds like something that my mom would say, but I've never heard my mom say it.
And I'd just be like, "Yep, you're right, Mom. Like whatever you say, sure."
Cam Williams, 8 threes. I think if Cam Williams shoots 80% from three for the rest of the season, we'll probably be pretty good.
He's going to make one hell of a junior if he shoots 80% from three the rest of this year. He's definitely coming back. That was crazy. They were all like extremely wet. They were not like no clanks, they were just pure shots. Immediate confidence. Like after the first one fell, he was just letting them rip. Love to see that after he kind of seemed hesitant the past month or so from shooting.
I saw at one point he got the ball and he hesitated to shoot it and he passed it out, I think, to Aberdeen. And then he immediately, you could see in his body language him go like, oh man, I should have shot that one. And then immediately starts calling for the ball back, gets it back and drains it.
Yeah,
love
to
see that confidence. Love to see it going into the Alabama game. Need that. We're going to need to make shots against Alabama. Probably don't need to make a ton of them. I don't think that we will make a ton of them, it's pre-Cope. But you gotta love seeing Cam starting to finally make them. And I think that also is the start of the Trent Noah is over party.
Yeah, he struggled today defensively against Bellarmine. So and we're about to start the SEC gauntlet. I just don't know. For a team that's already limited on the wing defensively, Trent Noah needs to be hitting nearly 50% from three to be a viable player right now, and he's just not.
I mean, his plus minus for the season, and I know that's kind of a bogus stat because it kind of judges the whole team and just do you happen to be out there when the other team makes a run. But I'm willing to bet that he's given up so many more points than he has given us this season that is probably worse than Yelovich, to be honest. But I'm not sure you can play him. I feel like there will be a game this season where he does get hot, mostly because I don't think that Mark Pope is going to bench him, much to my chagrin. And then that'll give the Trent Noah truthers some hope. But I'm a little over it.
You can't knock him for it's not like he's not trying or working harder. Like he's really trying. It's just he is limited physically and athletically as a defender. The shooting, that'll come and go, maybe, I assume, as long as he keeps his confidence. Maybe there's a lineup with JQ that can help hide him defensively, that he can get some run in the SEC. But it all really falls down to his shooting.
If he's not making shots, it's not even because people will say oh, Trent Noah sucks. I don't think he sucks. I think he does. I think he does some things well. I think he does give effort on defense. He might not play great defense, but he is trying, which is a lot more than you can say for Otega Owe today. But if he's not making shots and he is a below average defender and he is a decent rebounder, is just you can find that with other players. Other players have that and can offer you more, mostly Cam Williams. And that's why it's so reassuring, I think, today too, where it's oh, we finally saw Cam get hot, and hopefully there's more of that to come. Obviously he won't shoot 80%, but if we can get 40, it's a lot better than 10 that it was earlier this year.
If he could even get close to replicating what Kobe Bryant did last year for the offense and opening it up, that opens up the driving lanes, that opens out the kick out lanes. That just does so much for this offense, which has been kind of struggling so far this season. Having that gravity pulling shooter changes everything.
Yeah, that'll open up so much for low driving, or when you throw it down low to JQ, all of that, the synergy, my corporate speak is coming out, but all of that meshes so well together where this team actually can get something going if you're able to kick it out there. I guess we'll open up driving lanes for Otega Owe as well. But speaking of Otega Owe, man, he was 2 for 7 from the field. And I don't even think that his offense was the worst part of the game today.
box score watchers will see his line 10-8-10, be like, oh, nice, Otega, great, nice, well-rounded game. But, like, that doesn't even begin to tell the story of how he played the day. He got 10-8-10 because he was playing one of the worst teams in the state. And everything else that he did was just so lackadaisical. It was so frustrating to watch. Because we've seen what he can do when he really cares. He should have easily had a triple-double today if he had just tried.
That would have been such a disappointing triple-double to see. Imagine getting a triple-double and people's takeaway were like, Otega kind of sucked today.
He would have like a C+ teammate grade on a 2K My player with a triple-double. It just wasn't there.
It's been of those like Westbrook triple-doubles.
Yeah, literally.
The chat here is a good point that we are going to hit on as well. 38 points in the paint from Bellarmine is unacceptable, and the fouling on top of that. I do think, and I don't mean to undercut Ethan's point here, because that's absolutely true in him saying that. Some of those calls at the end, though, were like, all right, guys, let's wrap this up. But
yeah,
we'd be needing to foul Bellarmine like that.
No, Bellarmine, they got bailed out. It seemed early like the ref might have had the spread or something. There was just some real ticky-tack, questionable calls. The double technical was super lame. There was nothing there. They should have just been like, oh, oops, play on, let's keep going. But they had to give double techs. Ref show.
I don't even know what to blame the bad defense on, because I don't think that's a long-term concern. I am willing to chalk that up to it's almost Christmas and it's hard to get these guys up for Bellarmine, but it's super disappointing because like Georgia did beat them by 50. I'm not saying that if Georgia beat them by 50, we got to beat them by 60. Like understanding things in context, and there's no such thing as a transferable win. It's right before Christmas, but I would hope you'd beat them more than 14.
Oh yeah, and kudos to them. It's not like they got lucky, or like they also played well in their own right. They shot the ball well. They ran good sets. They did the right things that were working. It was definitely easier because we weren't trying, but it wasn't a total fluky performance by them.
It's a tough look when these guys are making all this money and some Bo Burnham looking guy is giving them bucket.
Yeah, Jim from The Office, Krasinski or whatever. That was just the one guy who like has about this much hair, scoring all over Otega. Just ridiculous.
It was a different color too. Like it was thinner and it was noticeably blonder than the rest. I don't know if that's a thing when that happens, but you can't have a guy like that. He looked like how NBA players looked when they were like plumbers.
He looked exactly, he looked like a 1970s Washington General.
And
Washington Bullet.
He should have been exhausted going to the game, having to walk uphill in the snow barefoot in order to make
both
it.
ways. Just good conditioning.
Did you? So I missed a portion of the game due to my job. The Brandon Garrison knee injury, did that look bad? Was it just a tweak?
I didn't notice it at all. I just assumed he was sitting, and then they were like, "Oh, Brandon Garrison's out and on the riding the motorcycle, riding the bicycle," and I was like, "Oh, something's happened." But it sounds like it's maybe nothing, just a total cautionary early second half pull for him.
Okay, so he'll probably be good by Alabama. You know what? If he would have told us a week and a half ago, that we'd be like, Brandon Garrison got hurt, and that's actually a cause of concern for our team. We'll get Brandon.
I still like him 12 minutes a game or so. Like he's a good give everybody else a break. Who knows? In 12 minutes, he might have a good PG run. Who knows?
I feel for Brandon because he is such a lightning rod for our fan base, and he's just a kid out there trying his best. Well, actually, people would debate that as well if Brandon's trying his best, but he is the best we got right now. And when we defend BG, we're not saying that he's a great player. We're not even saying that he's a starting caliber center for a good SEC team, but I'll take him as a backup 5.
If we look at someone like the BG level players that have played for Kentucky in the past that did not get any even close to as much hate, like Perry Stevenson. Perry Stevenson was not some special guy. he wasn't that good. Nobody ever had an opinion on Perry Stevenson. But BG's issues are so like his mistakes are so big and wild that it just draws the ire of the fan base in an unfair way.
That's why I stay a BG defender and a BG leaver, and I'll be on his team as long as he's on mine.
And not a second more.
Edith said, it's sad about Chandler and Noah, though they made me think we were deeper than we thought with them returning, but they haven't done much in big games. So true on Noah. Still holding out hope for Chandler. He has cooled with the shooting, and the defense is bad.
We've seen proof of concept for Colin Chandler. Like, we know what he can do, and I don't know what the deal is right now. Maybe this break will get him right again. But yeah, it is starting to get concerning. It's less of a cold streak and more of like a real concern now that even the easy stuff he's not doing well right now. Can't make a shot to save his life.
It does make you think which one is the real Colin Chandler with how long the cold stretch has gone on. It's about as long as the hot stretch was.
He's mirroring Cam Williams. Cam Williams couldn't make a shot to save his life, couldn't hit the rim to save his life. Yeah. And now he's the best shooter on earth. So I still feel like at some point Colin's going to carve out his role and figure it out. That'd be great for us.
Someone said no Lando, no PG because anyone we add right now sucks. Oh, I'm sorry. I think Lando said something. He said, curious on y'all's thoughts on adding a point guard for next semester, and if you think we should, why or why not?
I don't know. To that other guy's point, Klein's point, I think, who is out there that's going to be at all? Like, we can get a fresh body. That might be it. A good practice guy. I don't know if we're going to get anybody of actual in-game value. I have heard Me-Man Boy has alluded to a South American point guard being out there. He's been saying this for 25 years, but there is a South American point guard.
I was going to say, how old is that guy? But now
he's going to be a 16th year junior, I think, with the reclass.
I like the idea of adding a point guard to the team. Can't be worse than what we got. Just someone who's going to go out there and can actually pass the ball. I prefer Europe, preferably Eastern Europe. I want a Serbian who's smoking cigarettes and eating cheeseburgers at halftime, because if it's not going to be very good, like let's make him fun.
Yeah, a Kirk Risa type.
Actually, Kirk Risa would really cure a lot of ails this year, and he left thinking that he wasn't going to get any PT, and Kirk Risa would be our starting point guard right now.
Is our record better if he's on the team?
I think so. I don't think you lose to North Carolina with Kirk Risa.
You're probably right. Yeah, that's the one.
I'm not sure we beat St. John's, but I think no, because we got a good run out of low. But I don't think Kirk Risa is letting you go scoreless there, especially with the lack of giving a damn that this team has. And Kirk Risa's last play as a Kentucky Wildcat is him giving effort on a defensive stop with a broken freaking foot.
Right. Yeah. Where's he at? UC Cincinnati right now?
Yeah.
Come on down 75. Rejoin the boys.
He misses it. You probably still catch him at Tin Roof on weekends.
There's one in Cincinnati. It's way closer.
He's hanging out at Jungle Gyms.
I was just there.
Okay, Peanut Butter Posse. It was a perfect storm with JQ legs out and BG tweaking. I almost said twerking. His knee combined with Christmas itch, Bellarmine being a tricky offense. Lucky we got those threes to fall. Also from Southern Soul Revival, at some points in the second half, they were 3 decent possessions away from a threat. Very true. It's a tough look. I still don't see a scenario where Bellarmine actually beats us, because it feels like it would have just turned into the meme of the guy sitting up in the seat with the Xbox controller. Because when it comes to a certain point, like who on Bellarmine is really going to guard Otega Owe going to the basket?
No, if Cam didn't hit those threes and it really was a single-digit game, they turn it on. It is totally fine. But that's just so annoying that they knew they could do that and did that. I don't know. I really would have liked to have seen like a 30-point win going into the holidays.
Yeah. Eddie says Noah's struggles are exasperated by Aberdeen and OA being the worst passing guard duo in the history of organized basketball. Hard to be catch and shoot specialists when you never get past two. That is a thing with Noah. I notice when Noah catches the ball, it does take him like a second to actually gather it and decide if he wants to shoot.
I was thinking that today. Like last year, it seems like he's regressed from last year, and I don't think that he's gotten worse as a player. Obviously, I just think last year's offensive fit and system was such a better fit for him, for his shooting style.
Yeah, I mean, also just a way better point guard last year with Lamont than Denzel.
Amari, everybody.
Yeah, it's true. Amari Williams would be the starting point guard on this year's basketball team.
Oh yeah.
Klein says this was a classic Christmas look-ahead game. No reason to panic, like I've seen some of BBN doing. I'm not panicking. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, very frustrating.
Braden points out that Kerr has been bad for Cincy. I'm sure he has.
I would counter with who has been good for Cincinnati in like the past decade, besides like Sean Kilpatrick.
Lance Stevens. No, that was more than a decade ago.
That was 2011, I think. Jeez, man, old.
Braden says last game 0 points in 9 minutes. Okay, all right, that's fair counterpoint.
But you got to give him double digits. He's got to get going. That's on them. That's on Wes Miller or whatever.
Yeah. Big Blue Productions. Everyone overreacting. Bellarmine made a bunch of tough shots and shot a bunch of free throws. You had to watch the game and not just look at the box score. I mean, yeah, I watched the game. It was just like it never felt we were gonna lose. It never felt like we were gonna lose. But I just, not to do the where you yell "This is Kentucky" meme, but you, as fan base, we're supposed to be the ones overlooking Bellarmine. I don't want my basketball team doing that. And I could feel me caring more about the game than them at certain points of it. Captain Crash with another banger comment. Tweaking and twerking. Add a few vodka screwdrivers, and that purposely describes my Christmas plan. Agree to hit like 5 threes at the buzzers. Yeah, that was annoying.
What was the most? We would play defense really good for 25 seconds, and then they get the ball in the corner, and someone would go try to do help defense to make a swipe and steal the ball for the turnover, leaving their man wide open, pass, and then Bellarmine would make the three. That was at least 12 points in that game came from overzealous defenders trying to go for the steal instead of staying committed to their assignment and letting up a late shot clock three. And like 3 of them were Ortega. Just can't do that.
Nubu Goofin. Hopefully Cam is fine to stride now. We just need him to be consistently 35% or better to raise our ceiling significantly. Yeah.
Yep.
Him doing that, like, it opens up so many more things. Even then, with how frustrating the offense has been to see and the cold stretch against North Carolina, we still shoot a surprisingly high field goal percentage. Not from 3, but just we can put the ball in the basket when we need to. It's just the 3-point shot. I mean, we have to have it. Otherwise, our offense doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yep.
I think that's about all I have for this game. Please do not go away, chat. We need you for our next segment. We will be, actually one more. Pre-Christmas break games are never a thing of beauty. Thankfully, we were playing Ohio State in Madison Square Garden. I forgot that I didn't forget about that game. I forgot that was our pre-Christmas.
Last year it was?
Yeah. Yeah, that was a tough one.
Bad combo.
Yeah. We are doing a draft. Raph, I, and just whatever the chat feels. We will be drafting a 3-man. Let's do 3-man, a coach. Let's do 3-man, 1 off the bench, and a coach. So let's do 5. And they can only be characters from Christmas movies.
Mm-hmm.
So,
3-man, a coach, and what?
So you're starting 3, 1 off the bench, and a coach.
Got it. Perfect.
All right. So how do we decide who goes first here? You have a plan?
I can spin the wheel.
Let's go.
Let me
Let's
change
do,
my name.
you gotta do you, me, and chat.
Okay.
Yo, Cut and Craig in the chat. Let's go.
And chat.
Let's go. Let's go.
The third pick will go to. No. Are we doing snake?
Yeah.
Regular. Okay, so chat gets the third pick.
Okay.
And the second pick, the middle pick, goes to me.
Okay. So I got 1-1 here. It's very clear. I gotta go Turbo Man.
You gotta be kidding me. That was literally mine. Oh.
I think that's the issue of you and me being the only ones here doing this. Our interests, if they were a Venn diagram, are a circle.
Yeah.
So I do have to go Turbo Man. The jetpack, he's a literal flipping superhero. I gotta go Turbo Man 1-1. And I'm dancing in the draft war room.
I'm gonna pick one nit here. Arnold Schwarzenegger was not actually Turbo Man. He was just a dad in a Turbo Man costume. So you still have Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he's not really Turbo Man. I wasn't gonna say that if I picked him. I was just gonna hope nobody.
My worry with the pick was, am I taking Arnold Schwarzenegger in a costume? Am I taking the guy who plays Turbo Man in the TV show when Jamie is watching it? Or am I taking a literal action figure?
I think it's Arnold Schwarzenegger in the suit, so he has some of the powers, but he's not used to it.
I'll take it.
And he gets the jetpack.
Okay. He's got the jetpack. He's got, talk about stick-to-itiveness and just all the intangibles you want. He's going all over town looking for a toy for his son. Clearly a hard worker because he's an absent father. Those make the best athletes. Give me Turbo Man #1.
He did have some health concerns, but he addressed it and he said, he's cancer-free. He said it's not a tumor, so he's totally fine now.
I called him to congratulate him on being the #1 pick, and he told me I was his #1 customer. All right. I'm sorry. One second before we go to #2.
Let me just update my big board here now that Turbo Man's off. Okay, I'm going to go the Bird Lady from Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Good.
5'4", 175, so I'm probably going to put her at point guard. The big thing here is that she's immune to all avian-borne diseases. Birds can't get her sick. That's not true of our opponents. The other team's going to be sick in the second half with bird flu, things of that nature. She's a locker room leader. She did a good job keeping Kevin's head on his shoulders. And with the growth of the women's basketball game lately, it's about time that we have a Bird Lady. Number 33 could be Larry Bird Lady. I think she's going to be a good starting point for my team.
I do work because by the way, I just discovered that my mic wasn't on. So thank you everybody in chat for letting me know. Except you didn't. Does she freak out the rest of the team? Does she have chemistry concerns with the rest of them? Because she's not going to communicate on D.
We'll circle back. I have a coach that I think is going to be able to handle all this.
I love it.
Known for putting together a strange ragtag group.
Okay, chat is up. Chat, who are we taking with the next pick? Do we have one yet? Me. Thank you, Klein. Oh boy, nothing from chat. Chat's running out of draft time here.
Captain Crash said this diehard count. If you want to draft John McClane in your first
Please.
round, yeah, take him. Take him. He does no
Took him off
guns.
my
No
board.
guns.
Took him off my board. Didn't realize how much dead space this was going to involve. Chat's running out of time. Oh no, chat. I need a Christmas character, chat. Oh no.
They're about to get one of the non-premium reindeers
Ooh.
as an auto pick.
Ernest from Ernest Saves Christmas.
From the Ernest movies?
Peter Finch just missed out. But Ernest from Ernest Saves Christmas. Captain Crash gets the vibe. Good pick. Good pick. You know what? I gotta say, I never really was into many of the Ernest movies. I do believe that Ernest is buried around the corner from Adolph Rupp. I believe that's a thing.
Is he a Kentuckian?
I think so. I don't know if he
or a Kansasian.
Ernest actor. I believe he's buried in Lexington.
Oh, nice.
Jim Varney.
Yep.
Resting place, Lexington, Kentucky. I think he's like diagonal from Adolph Rupp.
Do we have like a celebrity cemetery in Lexington?
I think it's starstruck walking through. Okay, Captain Crash, he went to Lafayette High School. Very cool.
There we go.
Okay, Snake Draft. We're gonna go the number 2 pick that was in the chat. So it is Peter Finch. The writer from Elf.
Okay. I knew that name was familiar. Okay.
They're trying to control. I like that. I think he's a leader. He's very creative, and he doesn't take any guff. So you're not going to catch me saying, yeah, and you're not going to catch me saying a bad thing about any Peter Dinklage role. Love Peter Finch. Raph, I do believe it is back to you.
Okay. So I went small with my first pick. It's time to get some size. I'm drafting the Polar Express from the Polar Express. It's a Pierre Marquette 1225 steam locomotive. It is over 100 feet tall, over 400 tons, and it has over 5,000 brake horsepower. It's just going to be a monster down low. I'm going to have it play the 4, stretch 4. It can do it all. I'm worried about charges with him. Yeah. But with his magical nature, I think we can work something out.
That's a great pick. I can't even hate on it. I do worry, once again, I gotta say communication, not just from it being an object and literally unable to speak, but trains are loud, and I feel like that would prevent the rest of the team, but also would prevent my team from being able to hear each other. I think it's a great pick. Steal a draft.
It cuts both ways. Yeah. I'm loving my picks.
Now with mine, I raise your object and bring you the Ghost of Christmas Future.
Lots of potential there.
And I do feel like for just intimidating the other team, I feel like it has no real form or shape to it. It is mostly just cloak and doing this. And as far as scouting goes, I don't think you can get better. It does feel very Doctor Strange, where it's seen everything that could possibly happen and know exactly how to win the game.
That's a good pick.
And with my final pick, trying to remember who I have so far. I do have Turbo Man, Ghost of Christmas Future. Give me Krampus from Krampus.
A villain. Okay. Scary.
I feel like that's the kind of the trend with mine. I feel like almost no shooting, all slightly murderous or overtly murderous in the case of Krampus. Elite rim protector, intimidation, pain touches are not existing under Krampus, and very happy with my team so far. I'm going to bounce it back to you if you have any downsides to Krampus.
I'm not very well versed in the Krampus verse, but I know there's got to be some sort of weakness in there I could hopefully exploit. I don't know. Maybe it's like the power of like friendship or something could bring him down. I don't know, but I'm going to collect some data on that and figure out a way to stop the Krampus. Also, speaking of language issues, isn't he German?
I believe so.
It'd be difficult in a lot. It'd be pretty hard in the locker room.
No, actually, I keep harping on communication issues. I feel like neither of our teams are going to be able to understand anything that the other one's saying.
Right now, I have a lady that talks to birds in a train. There's not going to be much talking at all.
I have a ghost that speaks in mystery.
Yeah, that's going to be confusing.
You have one more?
Yes. To round out my team, I'm selecting Lacey Chabert, who you may know as the actress that played Gretchen Wieners in Mean Girls. She's also played every single female lead in every single Hallmark Christmas movie. My team's not very well rounded. I've got a train and a bird lady, so I need somebody that can do it all, and she's proven she can do it all. I mean, we're talking Matchmaker Santa, where she played Holly, the baker who has to pick between her big city dreams and moving back to her small town to fall in love with her high school sweetheart. In Christmas Melody, she played Holly, the designer who had to pick between her big city dreams and moving back to her small town and falling in love with her high school sweetheart. And of course, there's the Very Merry Mujahideen Christmas, where she played Lance Corporal Holly, who had to pick between keeping her oath to the United States Marine Corps or falling in love with a local and going back to his compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan. So I'm going Lacey Chabert as my third and final pick.
I do like it. Very jack of all trades type there.
Exactly.
Versatility, unmatched. Does seem a little, based on every single role that she's played in all of these Hallmark movies, uncommittal.
And she usually picks what matters inside at the end in most of these. There's the one where she did move in with Osama bin Laden, which I didn't like that one that much, but it was interesting. I'll give it that.
Daring. It was daring.
Very. It was
All
a
right.
prequel to Zero Dark 30.
Okay, chat, get any more in? I think I'm just gonna like close my eyes and randomly select something from the chat here. Okay, cool. I picked he went to Lafayette High School.
Clyde said Jim Carrey's Grink. That's a good pick. He's tall.
Okay, so we'll go Ralphie. Got to admire his creativity and tenacity and willingness to kill once he got that Red Ryder BB gun. We'll see issue with Ralph.
He did have a bloodthirst. That is true.
Willingness to kill. It's a good pick. Not a shooter. Not a shooter. Also, I'm willing to slap the soft label on Ralphie.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he was bullied. Scott had him in hell. Wait till the Polar Express is blaring its horn at him.
And you said we'll go with Klein saying the Grinch, which just feel you're getting size there. You're getting the intimidation factor.
It's like Joakim Noah, like a big, tall, stinky, hairy guy.
Also able to put a plan together and execute it. I feel like you could do worse than the Grinch. So I think we're back to you. Are we on coaches now?
Three and a coach.
No, we're on our fourth. We're on our sub.
Oh yeah, our sub. Okay, great. This one you might not like this. I'm going Scrooge, but specifically, I'm going the Scrooge from HBO's The Chair Company. If anyone has seen this, you'll know. But I need a center right now. I need length. I need someone that can bang down low. And that's true of this version of Scrooge. He bangs down low. And I'm not worried about him blowing it. He's going to make somebody else blow it. And that's why I'm picking Scrooge from The Chair Company. I'll put a link in for the video of what I'm talking about later, so everyone
can catch video.
Up. It's a send a video, yeah.
I got to say, I think I'm maybe 4 episodes behind on Chair Company, so I'll have to.
I'll leave that as a Easter egg or a Christmas gift in this case.
As for mine, coming off the bench, I gotta go Jack Skellington.
Is that not Halloween?
See, that's the thing. Is it a Christmas movie? Is it a Halloween movie? He does literally dress as Santa.
It's in the title. Christmas. It's before Christmas, which is technically Halloween. I think there's enough wiggle room here to say this is a Christmas character.
I like him as a culture fit on the team, as sort of a middleman between Krampus and the Ghost of Christmas Future. He does seem to resolve our issues with leadership. People seem to be drawn to Jack, and it does seem like the type for a 3-and-D wing. He's got a real Cam Williams build to him. So, got to go Jack Skellington. For my coach, I like my coaches a certain way, and I like him to be drunk divorced dads.
Okay, good.
So give me oh my gosh, why am I blanking on the name? Why am I blanking?
This could be so many of them. Is it the Vince Vaughn one?
No. I can't believe I was literally I had it on this in my tongue as I was explaining it, and I oh no. This is so embarrassing.
Divorced drunk dad. Is it my dad?
What? Oh my gosh! And now my computer's bugging.
I'm not picking that person, so I can do mine while you find yours.
Almost there. Almost there.
Okay.
Scott Calvin from the Santa Claus.
Oh, duh. Yeah.
And you may push back and say, Jared, he's not a drunk single dad, but he took his kid to with the Chinese diner or on Christmas Eve. Like, he was sneaking drinks.
His kid was missing for 30 days, and he didn't tell anybody. And then he just came back like, oh, hey, guys, here's my boy. Everything's fine. I don't know. He knows how to keep things in-house. I'll give him that. That's good as a coach.
So I'm going Scott Calvin. Plus, that Tim Allen character. This is pre-Santa Claus. Don't give me post-Santa Claus Scott Calvin. Give me pre-Santa Claus.
He's a big CEO. He's a leader of men, isn't he?
Yeah, and once again, much like Turbo Man, bad father. So I think those make the best coaches, personally.
Are we here to win games, or are we here to have high fives and smiles?
Here we go. He wasn't a drunk single dad, but he was a bad single father.
He was drinking.
We love divorced dads here on the Catican.
For my coach, I've got Kermit from A Muppet Christmas. This goes back to me earlier saying he knows how to handle some wild characters and put them together to put out a good product. Kermit's the man. He's going to be able to handle Bird Lady and a train and Lacey Chabert. I think she's going to probably fill in the Miss Piggy role for him. I like my team. I really like my team.
Yours. Looking back at the chat here for their coach, unfortunately, you did draft Cuck, Captain Crash here from Muppets. Kermit. Dude has leadership skills and hell of a lot of heart. So true. Love Kermit. So I'm going to go to the next closest one, which is Billy Bob from Bad Santa, which
I really like that pick.
Was on my draft board. And talk about a coaching fit with being able to make a plan and execute. If there's one Christmas character that has shown the ability to do that time and time again, it's Is Granny Spry.
Yeah, that's a very solid coach pick there by the chat.
Steal the draft. Good draft. Good draft, everybody involved. I'm sorry if I wasn't able to pick yours. This is actually relatively hard when it's not as busy of a chat, so there's not like a lot of repeats or anything like that. I also probably did a bad job reading the chat because there's two of us. I do think that's it for me. You got any big Christmas plans?
No, actually, like none. Just the Christmas Day with the family thing. I think I'm doing nothing tomorrow, which is bizarre, but whatever.
We could have pushed the show to tomorrow, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve. Who wants to do that?
What about you? Who's going to watch us on Christmas Eve, too? Yeah.
Just probably Lando.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you for joining the Catican. For Raph, I'm Jared. Merry Christmas and go Cats.
And happy holidays.
Of course, happy holidays. Go Cats.
Go Cats.